All right, what's going on, guys? It's Fast Cars, Fast Money. We're coming to you with a fast podcast. We got to get this out quickly because we only got about 2 hours between what should have been qualifying and now the race. So, not even going to go over preview and strategy. It's myself, Coop, Rich, and Crazy Kev back. So we got the gang back together, but we're just going to give you guys the picks because that's obviously what you're here for. So I'll start and then we can kind of throw it off from there. So for me, I think the guy to build around tonight is John Hunter Nemechek. He's been consistently the fastest truck all year long. He is the most expensive. He was pretty fast in qualifying. Yes, he did, or in practice. Yes, he did tag the wall, but it wasn't significant damage. So I think that's a good guy to start with, and then maybe pairing him with some good value plays. But if you're looking to pivot off John Hunter Nemechek, or maybe even pair him with another driver, I think Sheldon Creed is probably, right up there with him, not too far behind. But is that kind of what you guys think for the top tier? I'm not really too interested in Ben Rhodes or Austin Hill, I guess is okay, but I think I'd rather go Creed and Nemechek.
I think I'm
Yeah,
more
I,
interested in Rhodes than the group. I don't mind Rhodes. I think this group, you could go any direction really. Rhodes would be the GPP play. The others would be the cash, more the cash play. But I don't mind Rhodes for a GPP play because I think he's going to come in low end. I think a lot of people will think that way.
yeah, I actually like Austin Hill this week. I mean, they're really fast on the 1.5s every single time we go to a 1.5 mile track. And he actually had the fastest time in practice. I don't know if anybody in the truck series ran 10 laps, so it's tough to gauge on who has long run speed or short run speed. But he did have the fastest lap. And then if we move on down into the 9K range here, I really like Derek Kraus. I say it every week. I like Derek Kraus. He's gotten really unlucky with the DNS and like wrecking out of races, but he's always running inside the top 15. He's starting 15th. He's a little pricey this week, but I still think he can finish inside the top 10. And then I like Zane Smith as well, starting 6th. I think he can hang around the top 6 all the entire race and have an opportunity to get the win here as well.
Yeah, I can agree with you. Yeah, I can agree with you. You kind of took the words right out of my mouth. I like Kraus as well. I think he offers you a little bit of PD upside there, starting 15th, hopefully sneaking in the top 10. And then Zane Smith as well. He usually runs pretty good. He's running up front. He can get a top 5 out of this. It's all you need out of him, but has the potential to lead laps, especially since there's probably going to be a few accidents today. Could help him out. And, get some laps led for you. Maybe some fast laps as well.
Yeah, if you're paying all the way up for John Hunter Nemechek and Sheldon Creed, it's going to be tough to get to this 9K range. But if you're only playing, maybe one line with Austin Hill, one line with Sheldon Creed, and one line with Nemechek, or just picking one of those guys in general, then I think you can kind of drop down to this 9K range and maybe pick up, one or two of those guys. But if you're playing both a Nemechek and a Hill or a Nemechek and a Creed, this range is going to get really tough to get to. So going down to the 8K range, he's really there at the bottom, but I think Chandler Smith starting 23rd is a good target play. He's in the same equipment as John Hunter Nemechek. The KBM's been really fast at the 1.5s this year. He offers some good place differential as well. So that's kind of the guy that I would be looking at in that range. But what about you, Coop? Do you like anyone in the 8K range?
Yeah, a little further up, I like Eckes a lot. Starting 22nd, Eckes usually finishes really well. And I think he's, a little more expensive than Chandler Smith, but I think he has a lot more upside than Chandler Smith. So my pick in that range would be Eckes.
Yeah, I actually really like Eckes and Chandler Smith in this range. Eckes is running the 98 truck, Thor Sport truck. So that truck's always been pretty fast. He should have no problem running inside the top 15, maybe inside the top 10. And then, if we move on down here to the 7K range, though, Ty Majeski starting 31st. I think this is his first start of the year in this Thor Sport truck, but he should be able to move up, no problem. These trucks are generally pretty fast. Wasn't surprised to see him get a top 15 finish. And then I like Tanner Gray a lot. He offers a lot of PD upside, and he was pretty quick in practice as well today.
Yeah, I would go with Ty as well. I mean, starting 31st, he's not really much opportunity there for him to hurt your line, but offers him a good bit of possibility to move up there. You should move up, get you some PD points, and then if we move on down here to the 6K range, I think Huvar's the guy to have out of this range. Real cheap, starting top 10. It's got good speed, way underpriced, and I should get it done for you today.
Yeah, I think Hocevar is a great value play. Yeah, go ahead, Coop.
Consistently underpriced. We say it week after week. Rich was real high on him at the beginning of the season, and he's just carried on every single week to pretty much a top 15 finish every week. Most of the time, top 10 too. And he's starting up there, and they still price him at 6,000. So I want all of Hocevar. Some others that looks decent though, but throughout the season and in practice, Austin Wayne Self and Haley Deegan and Drew Dollar there as well. They all ran well. I think they have potential to move up, and for the price, I think you're not losing. So to get some of the higher priced drivers, I like coming down here and getting some of those drivers.
Yeah, and then for me, I don't know if I'm really going to want to pay down below Austin Wayne Self. I don't really think you need to with some of the good value plays that are on here and some of the good place differential plays that are on here as well. Once you get below Self, I think these guys really limit your upside. But if you do have to pick maybe one or two, I don't mind Spencer Boyd starting 35th. He should be able to move forward a handful of spots. And then that's pretty much it, I guess, for punts for me. I don't mind maybe Brett Holmes, but we haven't seen him run the same kind of speed that Sam Mayer did when he was in that 32 truck. And then Jack Woods in the GMS equipment, but starting 20th is really tough to trust. So for me, I think I'm going to try to cut off my player pool at Austin Wayne Self there and try to get all 6 of my drivers, from him on up.
Yeah, I agree. I'd probably stay above Austin Wayne Self, but if I was going to try and jam in a lot of the 10K guys and maybe a 9K guy, I probably would drop down to Trey Hutchins, starting 38th. He starts dead last, and if you watch any of the practice, we saw a lot of trucks wrecking as soon as they got into the PJ1. So I would not be surprised if we see a lot more trucks wreck tonight and him moving up and ending up as a halfway decent pump play. And then Drew Dollar starting there at 17th in the 51 truck, the KBM 51 truck. This truck is super fast. He did wreck in practice. They're going to be going to a backup, and he's going to be starting from the rear. But we know the truck's fast, and he should be able to move up because he's been running well in the ARCA Menard series as well. And I believe that's it for us.
Yeah, so that'll do it. I know it's kind of a little bit quicker than normal. We didn't really have time to dive into, every single play like we normally do, but hopefully once practice and qualifying goes back away, we can kind of get back into the normal swing of things. But thank you guys and best of luck tonight.